What's up, Timmons here. With her new show on Apple titled Down Cemetery Road, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Emma Thompson movies because she's been around like for years. She's an Oscar-winning actress. She's been some really amazing stuff. So here's my official top 10 list. All right, number 10 is Ang Lee's Sense and Sensibility. Now, of course, this is the adaptation of the Jane Austen novel following the Dashwood sisters as they navigate love, loss, and financial hardship in Regency, England. And you got Eleanor Dashwood, who's the elder, sensible sister who represses her emotions for the sake of her family. And, she also actually wrote the screenplay as well. And obviously, you do got other great folks like Hugh Grant, Kate Winslet, the late great Alan Rickman. It is a really remarkable film. Great performance by Thompson, by Winslet. It's a really decent adaptation here. All right, number 9. It's gonna be a little unpopular, but I actually enjoyed this a little more than most people did. Number 9 is the live-action Beauty and the Beast. Now, of course, here you got Emma Thompson, who voices Miss Pot, who is the warm, motherly teapot who helps guide Belle and the Beast towards love, redemption. Obviously, she does have the iconic song "Beauty and the Beast." I mean, was she as good as, let's say, Angela Lansbury? Maybe not, but she definitely reminded me a little of Angela Lansbury at time. Really did the voice of Miss Potts perfectly. Sang the "Beauty and the Beast" song really well. I mean, who knew Emma Thompson could really bust out a tune, and I really thought she was good in this one. Emma Watson, Dan Stevens. I mean, it's a really decent adaptation, in my opinion. All right, number 8 is actually more of a recent one, and that is Matilda the Musical. Now, this one premiered on Netflix a few years back, based on the Roald Dahl story, which obviously was also turned into a feature in 1995 or 1996. Now, of course, about this, young girl who uses her mind and courage to stand up to her cruel parents with telekinetic powers. Here, of course, you got Emma Thompson, who plays Miss Trunchbull. Maybe not as good as Pam Ferris's performance in the original Matilda, but I really loved her performance. She was very unrecognizable throughout. The prosthetic makeup stuff that they used on her was great. I mean, I thought the Matilda musical is not as good as the Danny DeVito film that came out in the 90s, but I still had a fun time with it. I thought the music was pretty decent. Thompson was good. I mean, of course, Alicia Ware, who's best known for Abigail fame, she was great. I mean, it's a really decent adaptation, in my opinion. All right, number 7 is Primary Colors. Now, this is loosely based on Bill Clinton's 1992 run, and it stars John Travolta, Emma Thompson. You got Emma Thompson, who plays Susan Stanton, who's an ambitious, realistic wife of the candidate juggling loyalty and pragmatism of the scandal here. And Thompson channels pretty much plays a Hillary Clinton type character, and she really played the part very well. Of course, John Travolta, Billy Bob Thornton, Kathy Bates. It's a really decent political film that's well worth a watch. All right, number 6 is Late Night. Now, this movie came out back in 2019, directed by Nisha Gatera, who just put out Freakier Friday this past year. And it stars Emma Thompson, Mindy Kaling, John Lithgow, Hugh Dancy. Of course, obviously, this is about a late-night talk show host who faces cancellation and her professional awareness until a new writer shakes up her routine and her worldwide view. Of course, you do got Mindy Kaling, who does such a good job. And, Emma Thompson, she really played the part very well. Definitely, you could definitely even buy her as a talk show host, and she really did such a good job here. All right. Number 5 is Nanny McPhee. Now, Nanny McPhee, of course, is based on the popular children's book about a nanny who, arrives to bring her order to a family of 7, 7 children who, of course, lost their, whose widow father has lost control of the household here. And, of course, Emma Thompson does such a great job as Nanny McPhee. I always love the prosthetics and makeup they use on her. Very unrecognizable. It is a really fun, charming film. Definitely has a little. It was pretty much let's say, Mary Poppins without the fun music and stuff, and the cartoon penguins and all, and it's a really cool one. All right, number four is the Harry Potter franchise. Now, of course, obviously she actually, played the role of Professor Silva Trelawney the her first debut as a role was in Prisoner of Azkaban. Of course, she plays Professor Silva, who's an eccentric, divination teacher who known for dramatic, prophecies and all, and she really played the part very well. She definitely had great chemistry with Radcliffe and all. She of course gives the role some pretty much touches like some general pathos, and really is brilliant as well. I'm really curious to see who they're gonna like. Whenever we get like the other Harry Potter shows and stuff, I wonder who they're gonna get to play her. Like, it would be cool if they actually somehow get Emma Thompson back, but who knows? All right. Coming in at number three is Harrow's End. Of course, the film that actually won Emma Thompson her first ever Oscar here, starring Emma Thompson, Anthony Hopkins, based on a novel that explores class, love, and inheritance in Harrow's End, England. And here you got Emma Thompson, who plays Margaret Shelgate, who's an intelligent, idealistic, and compassionate. And her chemistry with Anthony Hopkins is great. Well deserved Oscar win in my opinion. I mean, she was incredible in this one. All right, number two is The Remain of the Day, another film that is actually from the same director and also starring Anthony Hopkins, based on a book here, set in post-war England, where like a butler re-examines his life of service and emotional repressions when like he reunites with a former housekeeper here. And you do got like James Fox, Christopher Reeve, Hugh Grant, Anthony Hopkins. It is a really decent story. Like the performances by Hopkins, Thompson is really good. I mean, I think actually Thompson got an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong there. But Remains of the Day is a really good one. And my number one favorite Thompson film, speaking of Mary Poppins, by the way, number one is Saving Mr. Banks. Now, of course, Saving Mr. Banks is pretty much loosely based on the author of on the creation of Mary Poppins. Of course, she plays P.L. Travers, and you got Tom Hanks, who plays Walt Disney, as he attempts to secure the film rights to her beloved book here. And I mean, Emma Thompson, playing P.L. Travers, literally almost didn't really want to get the film made or anything. But Emma Thompson does such a great job here. I do like the flashback scenes and stuff. Of course, Colin Farrell's great. Tom Hanks. I mean, it's such a remarkable film, and still a shame Emma Thompson did not get an Oscar nomination for this. That's still unfortunate, but anyway, if you guys never seen Saving Mr. Banks, do yourself a favor, give that one a go. Anyway, that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Sense and Sensibility. 9, Beauty and the Beast. 8, Matilda. 7, Primary Colors. 6, Late Night. 5, Nanny McPhee. 4, The Harry Potter franchise. 3, Harrow's End. 2, The Remain of the Days. And number 1 is Saving Mr. Banks. Now, there's loads of other ones I could have added as well. The Winter Guest. Carrington and Education. In the Name of the Father, that she did with Daniel Day-Lewis. Love Actually. Last Chance Harvey. The Marvelous Stories. Brave. Definitely not Men in Black International. Man in Black was good, actually. Definitely not Doolittle. Treasure Planet was pretty decent. Good Luck to You, Leo Grande, which she showed a lot in on that one. Strange in the Fiction. She was great, and I mean, she's always incredible. Anyway, let me let you guys. What is some of your favorite Emma Thompson films? Draw comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Steven.